always on something. Good morning. Welcome. It's really nice to see all of you here. Or if you're online, we're glad you're joining us. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Prescott, you are welcome just as you are. I'm Tom Kimberly, part of your leadership team. Thank you, Sharon, for your meditation. In the Science of Mind book, part of the definition of prosperity is success and prosperity are spiritual attributes that belong to all people, but not used by all people. Purpose is defined as determination with incentive. Limitless is used to indicate spirit, God. So for me, I know that my prosperity is connected to the determination of the way of life I live, and that with God, it is limitless. I started down this path, this knowing, years before coming to CSL. However, my purposefulness has only grown through being here. In my opinion, this is the best place where people can learn and use the power to manifest the best possible life for themselves and for others. However, like with everything in life, it comes with a cost. Celebration of our awesome community and our awesome accomplishments. This month, we'll be having our board meeting September 5th, which is a Monday at 5 o'clock. And it'll be here at Sibley Hall, and I hope you're all here. Of which there's an agenda that's posted out on for the board meeting. And finally, we're working our video to attract our new minister. So you may have noticed people like me taking videos. After service, we'd like to do some interviews. Because of the background conversations in Sibley Hall, we'll be doing the interviews in the prac room. So if you have a quick moment to express your feeling, your love for our center, we'd appreciate your comments. Thanks for your patience, and have a blessed day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sharon Tice. I'm your practitioner of the day. And today we're going to start our service with our new minister's sacred covenant prayer. And you don't have to memorize it. There's 6 slides to show us what it is. And so there is only this life is good. This life is God. This life is my life now. In knowing that I am one with this life that is God, I therefore know that I am one with all of its blessed expressions, which includes the presence of a new minister for my beloved spiritual community. Because I know that the highest purpose of my new minister is to glorify God, I therefore know that my new minister is a revelation of God as love. I further know that my new minister is the fulfillment of that which has been promised by God. For it is written, love is the bridge between you and everything. As I stand in agreement with my beloved community, I see my new minister before me as revealing truth, as love, wholeness, and joy. I now intend to experience my new minister in full cooperation and agreement with my community, knowing this truth about myself, for I am fully grounded in principle, inspiring loving expression of our selves, to nurturing and empowering our spiritual growth in consciousness, oneness, and wisdom. I am recognizing the humanity of a situation and wisely calling forth the truth. I am expanding personal consciousness through studies of diverse spiritual teaching. I am enriching our spiritual lives through music and arts. As I now accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, I know that it will be revealed in a way that will glorify God and serve the highest and greatest good of all who are touched by their presence. I am grateful. God is gracious. Amen, and so it is. And so now let us pray. There is only the one who encompasses the all that there is, those who walk, crawl, fly, and swim, the seen and the unseen, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, all of nature and all of us. It is the divine source of all knowledge and all love and of all good things. We are here today, and we are a part of that one, and therefore we are all entitled to the love, the calm, the joy, and all good things through that one. And so I simply say thank you and release my prayer unto the law, knowing that as I do, it is so, and so it is.
This is a song about us. Well, we come together as a family, that's right. We come here as we are. Well, we come with arms wide open. Have gathered here in love. The Spirit is in, the Spirit is in this place. The Spirit is in, the Spirit is in this place. The Spirit is in, the Spirit is in this place. Shouts of praise, Spirit's in this place, yeah. Well, we sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm all life is safe.
in this place. Welcome. Good morning. I'm Sandy Kimberly. I'm one of the licensed practitioners here at the center. It is so nice to see all these faces. You guys look awesome. So what we do here is we use spiritual practices to make this world a better place. And two of the things we like to do are pray and teach. We do this in a number of ways. We do classes and such, but we also have ways to bring you in. One of them is after service today. You can come up to the front, find people who are wearing the purple stoles, and they can listen to what you have to say and know the truth for you. We call it a 3-minute miracle. Or there are names of all the practitioners on the back of your programs, and you can call one of them and set up an hour-long discussion with them, and they'll do the same thing for you there. In more depth, of course. The third way we do this is there are prayer requests in the backs of the chairs, and you can fill out a prayer request and you can put it in the box out in front. And we will read these prayer requests starting on Monday when we meet for our ministry of prayer, and we will pray for you every day of the week. And if you want to join us in your mind and heart, we start at 10 o'clock on Monday morning. So you can do that wherever you are and join us in that prayer. There are a lot of ways to pray. Science of Mind does not have the market on that one. So we like to recognize some of the many religions with a candle lighting ceremony. Ladies, if you come up. The Center for Spiritual Living honors all faith traditions. As we light a candle for the world's religions, it is to acknowledge both our multiplicity and our unity.
We light a candle for Christianity based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within.
For Islam, the practice of submitting to the will of God as revealed to his prophets, peace be upon them, who taught that there is one God, creator of the heavens and earth.
For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God.
For Buddhism, the middle path that ends suffering and awakens mindfulness and compassion.
For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion.
For the Native American traditions and those who walk the Good Red Road, including the people of the sun, who in this area we call the Yavapai.
For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace.
For the goddess traditions, embracing the divine feminine as maiden, mother, and crone, or wisdom keeper.
And for the science of mind, which is the philosophy of life that teaches there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it.
Thank you, ladies. Will you say with me? We are here for God. Our purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything we do. The good we seek for ourselves is what we desire for all people everywhere. And so it is.
flux song that is a good one to have in your repertoire when you need a reminder, because the lyrics, the key of the lyrics is 2 words: choose love. I give this song to you like a pharmacist. Take as needed. And if you feel so inclined, sing along. It goes like this.
Too many choices in the world today. Too many things to blow your mind. And if you're needing just a simple truth to see you on your way, remember, choose love. Choose love. Choose love and keep on shining a light. Choose love. Choose love. Choose love. Keep on shining a light. Choose love. Life is a game that we're all free to play. You can hold it down or let it breathe. And if you're looking for a simple song to sing along the way, together choose love. Choose love. Choose love and keep on shining a light. Choose love. Choose love. Choose love and keep on shining a light. Choose love. But only love can move mountains. Only love can lead the way. You know that love is always forgiveness. Make that choice right here today. And choose love. Choose love. Choose love and keep on shining your light. Choose love. Choose love. Choose love and keep on shining a light. Choose love. Choose love. Choose love and keep on shining a light. Choose love. Choose love. Choose love and keep on shining a light. Choose love.
Yes, let us choose love. And now, if you can relax into your chairs, close your eyes or keep a soft gaze. According to the Dalai Lama, we can reject everything else. Religion, ideology, all received wisdom. But we cannot escape the necessity of love and compassion. This, then, is my true religion, my simple faith, our own heart, Our own mind is the temple. The doctrine is compassion. Love for others and respect for their rights and dignity, no matter who or what they are. Ultimately, these are all we need. As long as we have compassion for others, conduct ourselves with restraint out of a sense of responsibility, there's no doubt we will be happy. And so let's take a few moments to reflect upon love and compassion. And let us carry that love and compassion with us throughout this day and throughout our week.
I love the meditation. And I love our guest soloist. And today it's, once again, Mr. Terry Furlong.
Delighted to be here today. Sometimes we get, for those of us who are writers, we get these messages come through and don't know, well, we know they come from source, but we just question and say, where did that come from? How cool is that? This is one of those. The movement of spoken word returning to its source echoes back from where it came, of course. It's better when the words are good, not hard to understand. A fairy tale is not a lie, believe it, if you can. I've spoken and been spoken on, I've belittled and I've praised. I held my breath and bit my tongue and prayed for better days. I've entertained the darker side and Mary's only son. Though I'm told there is a difference, I'm also told there's none. Feel the need for spoken words, not hearsay or belief. But I always find that when one speaks, truth is what we need. It's better when the words are good, not hard to understand. A fairy tale is not a lie, believe it, if you can. Believe it if you can. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. That was lovely. All right. I am honored to get to introduce our guest speaker for today. Reverend Catherine McDowell comes to us from Phoenix, and she actually originated in Phoenix. And then she left and became a minister and worked at the United Church of Religious Science, where Dr. Holmes and Dr. Hornaday served, not at the same time as her. Then she came back to Phoenix and served as a staff minister with Dr. Bob and was a senior minister at the Valley of the Sun. And then she decided she wanted to open her own center. And so she went to the East Valley Center, formed the East Valley Center for Spiritual Living in the East Valley in Phoenix. And there's much more to her story, but we don't have time to hear the whole thing. So I'd like to just introduce, and if you can welcome, Reverend Catherine McDowell.
They never let me tell the whole story, even when Dad insisted on it. That was never a pleasant time. But there are many pleasant times in our lives, aren't there? How many of you had a pleasant time this week? Yeah, all right. All right, the rest of you, step to the front row. We need to talk. I have been very happy with many things in life and been grumpy about some. I've made others grumpy at times, haven't I? Yes. Would you please stand? Yeah? Both of you. Turn around. All right. The one on the left is the eldest of 9. And I'm next to the youngest of 9. Now guess what happened there? And the middle one there is the one in the middle that got away with a lot of stuff. Is Reverend Wyona Nilsson, the eldest, and Pat Lycan. I almost didn't get it, did I? Yeah, don't tell Don. Yes, thank you. Okay, sit down before you start talking. Thank you. I was just excited that they were here with me today. I think this is the first or third time that we've been in a service together, but it's been probably 60 years since we were in church together. Because when one is the eldest, they're long gone by the time the littlest one comes along. And then you spend the rest of your life trying to make up what you missed. And realizing that it didn't look the same. Didn't look the same. How many of you have known someone in your life, family member, parent, kid from school, next door neighbor, where you knew them forever? You knew them forever. And now you don't know them at all. Anybody run across that? Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you. Because a couple of years ago, we went through my 50th birthday reunion. Actually, that's a lie. That was the 50th high school reunion. But I like to tell it that way instead. Because here we are in this age that we're all of that age, aren't we? Yes. Okay. Yes, over there. We're all having those ages where we wonder, how long am I going to last on this band truck here? There are people who pass away. There are people who leave us and forget about us. There are people who would like us to forget about them and stop calling. You got those too, huh? It's really an amazing process that we go through of structuring everything that we have in our lives and finding how to keep ourselves together along with all of the others. It's a tough deal, isn't it? Especially when they die on us. I lost a friend this year very dear, close friend. I've known him since I was 14. And I had never known anybody that long that left. And then there's the new babies that come along. The ones who haven't even figured out who we are yet, so they can't mess with us. They will. You all know that, don't you? I know you're going through a lot of activities in this center right now. You're waiting for your new minister. You've been through a process of checking out who the new minister might be, and where do we want to go from here, and what will we do when she gets here. I don't know if it's a she, but when the new minister arrives. So now what do we do? Now what do we do? I came upon something thinking about you all during this process, and what can you do? You're bringing in a person that has a certain thing that they know, things they've done elsewhere, like I've been in a lot of different situations, activities, people in my life, some I loved, some I didn't love so very much at all. And what do I do with it now? You're going to see this person. I think you've selected the person, right? No? Oh, cool. You can still breathe for a while, okay? But once the selection is made, then that wonderful thing that you had in your mind of who they might be and how perfect and excellent they're going to be for you, they aren't that. Did you know that part? Don't yawn. It's all right. She's on my side of the room. What do we do when things don't come out as we expected them to? Because we had this whole story in our own minds and our own lives as to how it should be, could be, ought to be. I want to see the hands raised of all of you that had that going on in your brain with it. The truth, so that's okay too. We love everybody, don't we? I tell you what, I was thinking a lot about this and talking about the coming here and what was going on and who you are. I've been at this center a number of times, Dr. Bob, and all those involved. But there comes a point in our lives where we have to ask ourselves some different questions. Golly, we might even have to pray. That wasn't nerves. It's just a thing that goes on now and then when you get to be more than 50. What will we do now? What happens when the person that we selected for our new minister, for a new spouse, for a new attorney, a new whoever, and they don't fill all of our needs after we start paying them? How does that work out? And thinking about this for you all today, I ran across something that I hadn't seen in, so many years. And I save a lot of things, don't I, Wyona? Yes. See, she just recently moved in with me, and so I've had to move things around, and she's had to move things around, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And then Pat comes along and says that she knew all along how it was going to work. But this piece is magnificent. I've read it many times in this last week, and I couldn't not bring it to you for this going forward in this new layer of your life. New minister, new friends, new people coming in for the services. And things change, don't they? And I don't have who wrote this. Isn't that fun? Here's how it goes. And just think that you're in your own prayer work right now. I see the love you desire filling your heart and enriching your world. I now behold the complete holing, making whole, the holing and the healing of you. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I know all of your financial needs are being fully met. When was the last time anyone said that to you? Did you? I have only good feelings in my heart about you, for I share with you the freedom to live your life as you feel guided by your indwelling spirit. Your way may not be my way, but I trust that the Spirit of God in you will show you the way to your highest good. God loves you. And I behold the living Spirit radiating through all of Spirit that you are. For so it is and has been and will always be you. This is a prayer for you. And the prayer says, "Dear heart, I will not worry, fret, or be unhappy over you. I will not be anxious and concerning about you. I will not be afraid for you. I will not give up on you. I will not blame you, criticize, or condemn you." Whew. Glad we got to that one. "I will remember first, last, and always that you are God's child. And a Spirit take care of you, to be a light to your path, to provide for all your needs. I think of you as always being surrounded by God's loving presence, as being enfolded in this protective care. It is kept safe and sure in all things. Excuse me. I have confidence in you, every one of you, no matter what you did this morning, everything. I have the confidence in you. I stand by you in faith, and I bless you in my prayers, knowing that you are growing and finding the help you seek. Anybody need help? Anybody afraid to ask for it? Anybody ready and prepared to tell everybody else that we can find about how bad it's been so far? Oh, all right, let me put those names down. When I read this, it just, it brought me to a place of wholeness. A place of concern that I wasn't even concerned that I was concerned about. Sneaky, isn't it? But the idea that deep and profoundly within each and every one of us is the fullness of the Spirit, the fullness of the goodness and the wholeness of life, everything good that you have ever imagined, everything that you have created, everything that you have helped create. It's always been there, and it's always been you. It has always been you. What you say, what you eat, what you walk through, it has always been there. It has never, ever, ever left. Anybody know that? Oh, God. How long can we be here? This is going to be tough. That is what we come to Science Mind for. To be reminded of that, to be reminded of that, to be reminded of that. More importantly, to own it. And to see that part within us that takes care of us for that. so that we can build our own life, if you will, because we see it, we know it, we claim it, we remind ourselves about it, we share it with others. And then some days these words don't work so well for us, whatever reason, whatever the reason. Sometimes we need to just change the words for our own self. Excuse me. So what I would like to do for you this morning, I want to read it again. See, you didn't have to listen to me after all. I just read somebody else's stuff. But to understand as fully as you possibly can in your own self, in your own soul, your own life, and all the things that life brings to us, whether it be a gift, whether it be a spouse, whether it be a friend, whether it be money. Oh, let's do that one. Whether or not we understand it in our intellectual mind, let us allow our hearts to be corrected by it. You ready for that this morning? Okay. I don't want to hear any snoring. I want to read this again exactly as I found it and as it filled me, and invite you to see what that does within you and for you. Has no title, has no author, has no date. It just is. So take a nice deep breath, easily for yourself. Let's hear some air on that. Excuse me. And let us again pray as the topic says. I see the love you desire filling your heart and enriching your world. I flow and I am beholding into this complete wholeness of my healing. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I am spiritually, mentally, and emotionally prepared. I know that all of your financial needs are being fully met right now. Do that with me, and let's do it as the I. Just a moment here. I know that every one of them, forever, every one of my financial needs, and my being are fully met. Own that for yourself for a minute. I know this. I really know this. I really know this. And, good. I have only good feelings in my heart about you. I have only good feelings in my heart about you. Isn't that nice? Neighbor that you argue with, that's a good one. For I share with you the freedom to live your life. And as you feel guided. And by your own indwelling spirit. Take a deep breath. Your way may not be my way. But I trust that the Spirit of God in you is your highest good. I love you. All is well. And the living Spirit radiating through you. It is all that you are. For so it is and has been. And will always be you. Now, I'd like you to think about someone that you care deeply about. Family member, co-worker, political people, whoever it is. Think of someone about you. Excuse me, you think about them. Think about me messing up. It's okay. I will not worry. Not fret. Not be unhappy over you, for you, against you. I will not be anxious concerning you. I will not be afraid for you. I will not give up on you. Excuse me. Have you ever had somebody that you were so worried about that you were worried about them because you were worried about them? Kids in school, our own children and their situations and what they're doing, oh God, or what they're not doing. And we get ourselves so caught up, so immersed in worry and concern about that we can't possibly benefit them by continuing in that mental atmosphere. Anybody experience that? Oh, God. All right. I will not blame you. Criticize or condemn you. I will remember. First, last, and always that you are God's child. First, last, and always that you are God's child. I'm your friend and I care about you. I'm your friend and I care about you. But there's more to this story. I know that you have spirit in you. And I trust this spirit to take care of you. I don't have to beat God up and say, hey, take care of George. And it's like, oh yeah, George, okay, is all done. Keep it there. All right? I trust this spirit to take care of you, to provide for all your needs, to be a light to the path that you are on. See, God doesn't need to be grieving about that. God just needs to make sure it's done. One more. Maybe 6. I think of you as always being surrounded by God's loving presence. As being enfolded in this protective care. Kept safe. And sure in all things. I have confidence in you. I stand by you in faith. And I bless you in my prayers. Knowing that you are growing and finding the help you seek. And the reason for that is that we are all in our right place all the time. We don't need to supervise anyone else's plan. We don't need to supervise their concerns. This, to me, is a total and complete understanding of what science of mind is. We know that all is in divine order. All is in a place of perfection. Not because we made it that way, not because someone else in this life made it that way. It's because we realized, we recognized, we accepted, we were grateful for the understanding that it is that way. You didn't know you were going to preach today, did you? I have an opportunity for you to put this to action in my life. I had intended to have charts for you of this today so that you could take it home. And it wasn't working like that. Thank you, computer. And the printouts and the this and the that. So great, now what am I going to do? I'm going to promise these people that everything's fine, that we're all in divine order, you don't have to worry about anything, and then I come and I say, oh, don't have anything left. You know, it's like, oh, I put page 1 on a page 2, and it's just, there are some times that things don't work that way. There are times when our therapist, our doctor, our medicine, our politician, our teacher, they just can't put it out for us. So the question is, what'd you get today? What if you can, at least a minimum, let go of something? Not because you've given up on it, not because what you've been doing isn't working, not because someone else says it isn't true. It's because you're done with it, accepting fully and completely that all is well. Can you do that with me? All is well. Right now. Colors don't need to change. Names don't need to change. Spouses, bosses, cats, dogs, none of that needs to change for it to still be okay. For it to still be okay. To me, I got a gift when I came to the church this morning. It's something that I wrote a long time ago, 1992. I was at a seminar with Matthew Fox, and he was doing the 7 Directions blessing. I'm not going to make you do all 7 of them. However, in the midst of it, once again, it's us taking activity. She's going to make me leave. Do you know that this process actually made me more attuned to what was taking place in me? What are you doing the rest of the day?
Did you want to do spiritual mind treatment from the middle?
You like that one?
It's up to you.
Oh, you mean the middle there?
Reverend Catherine was one of my practitioners when I was in training.
And it still works. Thank you. Thank you. Can I read off of the brochure? No. You can do whatever you want. Don't tell her that. And there we have it again. And if you're curious about what's on the brochure, you're on the page. I did that before the service. What it's about is our lives opening up to a greater intention. So much greater than we think we are. So join me, please, in prayer. What a blessing it is to be living, to be dying, to have an awareness of humanity, to step forward in all the activities of life, whether it be the giving or the receiving, whether it be the sharing with others or standing back and being willing to learn and learn and learn again. We are so grateful for this center, for the amazing activities that take place here, for the ones who serve it, the ones who come to be served. And as they walk in the door, and as we look at them, share classes with them, we know that each and all is so full, so complete, so in divine order. And we celebrate this living moment of the activity of Spirit in our lives. Would you please join me in repeating, thank you. Thank you. I am so blessed, and I am strengthened in the knowingness. We bless this center and every group like it, whatever the name of it is, whatever the things that it does. We are so grateful that there are activities, groups of people that honor the words that have been said this morning. And we, with love, step ourselves even further into that circle of goodness and love. We bless this center, all those who serve in it so lovingly, so wonderfully, and all those who are served by that. Therefore, going out into the world to serve others as well. With peace and joy and happiness, we move forward in strength, clarity, trust, and goodness. And so it is.
Would you please rise? And will you do this with me?
Sing this with me. Well, we let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. Let the grace wash over us. We let wash over us. We let it be. Wash over us. We let it be. Let the grace wash over us. We let it be.
Thank you, Jackson. And thank you, Reverend McDowell. And Terry, you want to come back up and... Oh, I forgot something, didn't I? Yes, a few things, actually. So, now is the time for giving. We at Centers for Spiritual Living Prescott pledge our time, our talent, and our treasure to serving this center. And one of these three, the treasure, that's what we're here for now. We have many ways to do this. There will be some bags passed around that you can put your donation in, or there's a box out in the lobby, or you can tithe online. And if you choose to do that, the number is 844-917-1017. 1240. But before we start that, will you please say with me, divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I be. Thank you, life. And I forgot to tell you, put your hand over your heart, but that's okay. So now, Terry, would you join us? Thank you.
I enjoy this part of the service because I get to play a little music with Jackson. This will be the two of us. We rehearsed for hours and hours. Well, maybe not. We just enjoy playing.
I'm just going to let that slide.
Words I have to say may well be simple, but they're true. Till you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? You say it's very hard to leave behind the life we knew. But there's no other way. Now it's really up to you. Love is the key we must turn. Truth is the flame we must burn. Freedom the lesson we must learn. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Jackson. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Jackson.
Terry.
Thank you, Terry and Jackson. Now is the time that we like to recognize any new people we have here today, or people that have been returning for a long absence. And so if those people would be willing to stand up and just tell us your name and where you're from, we have a little information for you that we'd like to give you, and you can have a free book from the used bookstore. Anybody that would like to stand and, thank you. And what is your name? Sedona. Christine from Sedona. Well, thank you, Christine and Adrian. Welcome. Yes.
My name is Terry Johnson, and I live in Prescott now, but I just moved from Colorado.
Oh, well, welcome. Welcome to Prescott, Terry. Lovely to see you. And anybody else? Yes. Yay. Kara has been off having adventures, and she's back. It's nice to have you back. Anybody else? All right, well, even if you didn't stand, if you are new today, you can get a packet from Miss Kay here and get a free book from the used book section of our library. Thank you very much. And now, one of our more exciting parts, we're inviting in the kids. Well, hello there, everybody. Does somebody want to tell us what you've been up to today? All right.
We learned about insects and how they, like what their name is and how they look. And if they're like facts about them. Yeah.
Anybody else?
So today we talked about biodiversity and how it's like helping the insects. Like if we didn't have bees, we wouldn't have honey, that type of stuff. And how even though we focus on more big stuff like tigers and stuff like that, we forget to include the microorganisms or bugs and how they're also important to this world. So we went outside to look at insects and learn about them a little bit more just by looking at them.
No? All right. Well, thank you very much. It's lovely to have you guys here, and I'm glad to know about the insects. All right. If you would be willing to stand and either hold hands, or if not, put your hand over your heart. And if we can do the benediction together. Oh, we're not holding hands today. Okay, got it. Together. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it,